speaking of looking at something or looking somewhere to get a laugh, me and Dave watched Back to the Future 3.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we did that. I was gonna say we didn't watch Jurassic Park, but let's go watch Back to the Future 3.
It's not time for Jurassic Park yet. It was time to finish up the Back to the Future trilogy. So we watched Back to the Future 3, the Western one. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hate it. It's funny. I don't know. I think
Glowing
it's
praise.
probably the worst one,
Yeah,
but it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not horrible.
It's just two, like the first two are like one big cool movie, and then the third one feels like a weird second spin-off story. Like,
yeah, just a weird, goofy, like
yeah, and it's fun, but I was just like, oh, I don't know. It feels unnecessary. Like, it just kind of feels like they tacked on an extra adventure at the end of a good adventure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's good. I just didn't think it was as funny as the first two. Like, there's moments in the first two just me laughing really hard, and
it's not as funny,
Yeah.
definitely. Which it should have been. It's cowboy shit. We should have thought it was so funny, but it wasn't that funny.
No.
Should have been the best one.
But there's good funny parts. I really like the part where the doc like gets his heart broke, so he goes to the bar and he orders he orders whatever liquor he orders, and then they like cut away and they cut back and he's just standing at the bar and he's just telling all these fucking cowboys about the future, and they're all just laughing their asses off like, keep going, doctor, and then what do they do in the future? And he's telling them the real truth about the future. They're all just like, this is the funniest guy I've ever met. Like, they're fucking loving it.
Yeah, that part was really good.
And then Marty shows up, and Marty's like, Doc, we gotta go. And Doc's like, all right, let's go. And he takes a shot, and then immediately just fucking plank falls flat on his face. And Marty's like, how much did he have? And they're like, that's the first shot he took. Like, he's just been standing there talking and holding it for 2 hours.
Yeah, that was badass. He was all night because he was at the bar at nighttime. And it was like morning again. It was looking like.
I don't remember fucking. I just know it was a long time where he was just at the bar, standing around holding a drink, talking about the future, and he never drank it.
Yeah, that was probably the funniest part of the movie. That was really good.
That's sick.
But yeah, that was a fun story development moment. Is like, oh, the doc takes one shot and he passes out instantly, and they have to deal with that in a movie based on time mattering. And now the doc is asleep. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the movie was long. We have to wait for him to wake up.
It's
real time.
It's fun. I like that the doc just shows up at the end of a big fucking train time machine. Like, fuck all the rules.
Train time machine was badass.
Yeah, that was a really funny ending. Almost made the whole thing worth it, honestly. The ending where Doc shows up and he's happy and he's got a family and a big fucking train time machine.
The doc did some badass shit in that movie. I forgot what else funny he did. Like, didn't he walk into like the sunset or something, doing something cool?
Walk into the sunset or something, doing something cool.
It was some part at the end. I forgot what he did. I remember there's a lot of badass moments of him at the end, though.
Well, the doc is a badass.
Yeah, he does a lot of badass shit.
It is true.
Yeah, he's a badass guy. I like that. We kept making fun of it like the whole time, all 3 movies, like how dumb Marty is, because every time he gets called chicken, he does the dumbest possible thing, and it always goes wrong. And then literally, like the last scene of the 3rd movie, he finally backs down. And I thought, I was like, that's the funniest fucking shit. It was like a 6-hour journey for you to see this guy back down once.
It took you 3 movies to teach this guy to back down. Just don't do it.
3 whole movies to teach him, like, you know what? Maybe don't do it.
Yeah, maybe just don't do it.
Maybe don't do it. Even if they call you a name, maybe just don't do it. You know what? Be smart about it. Don't do it. It took fucking not only 3 movies, but a multiple decade spanning adventure. It took a life-altering circumstance for this dude to learn, and it feels like it's so many goddamn times throughout the 3 movies. Like anytime anything happens or he's met with real resistance, somebody's gonna call him a chicken, and then he's gonna get fucked.
Yeah, that was really good. Good trilogy, better than the Matrix trilogy, I think. The only good movie, The Matrix, is the first Matrix. This has Back to the Future 1 and 2.
But The Matrix is so good. The original is so good.
Well, Matrix 2 and 3, I don't want to watch them ever again, really. Like,
I could watch The Matrix 1 anytime.
Yeah.
So you're saying,
I could watch Back to the Future 1 and 2 anytime.
Matrix 1 is better than all of Back to the Future.
I was going to say, I would rather watch The Matrix. You put it on day after day, I'll watch it. Back to the Future, I'm like,
so you're saying
I'll watch it again.
In terms of consistency of like quality, Back to the Future is better, but in terms of like an individual movie, The Matrix.
I was saying we're watching trilogy to find out what's the best trilogy, all 3 movies.
All I can tell you is that I'm not a Back to the Future stan now, and I am a Matrix stan. So
Back to the Future con is canceled.
It's I see what you're saying, but for me, like, I just think I think all the Back to the Future movies, even at their best, is pretty good. I don't think they're amazing. I think they're fine. I like them.
They're not amazing. They're good though. I think they're better than pretty good or okay. Like they're good. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, the first 2 are good movies.
Pretty good. They're fine.
Yeah.
Like yeah, they're fine. And then the third one is there.
Yeah, the third one's pretty good. It's fine. The third one's there. Yeah.
It's extant.
But man, the first Matrix is the best movie I've ever seen in my whole life.
If I asked you this question, would you rather watch the Back to the Future trilogy right now, or just watch the Matrix, the original, 3 times in a row?
No, you get to watch the 3 Matrix movies. You get to watch one good movie 3 times. No, why is that fair?
I would say the Matrix is so good it can't about the other 2.
Well, to your rhetorical question. Honestly, I would watch The Matrix 3 times.
I watch one good movie 3 times.
That's not fair.
Yeah,
you gotta go off the trilogy. And you know what?
Yeah.
I would watch the Matrix trilogy. Because I feel like there's more to go back for. I don't feel like I ever need to watch Back to the Future again.
Yeah, no, I don't really need to watch it, but I'll watch it for fun. I'm watching Matrix. I'm like, man, this shit's long, and I'm going to get bored. I'm going to fall asleep. If I turn it back on, I'm falling asleep doing it.
If I put Back to the Future on anytime in the next 5 years, I'm on my phone the whole time. Straight up. I'm not looking at that shit at all.
Yeah, no, if I watch it later, I'm not going to watch it like in the next year.
Probably, I would watch The Matrix tonight.
But you're not going to watch Reloaded or Revolution tonight.
But I wouldn't watch any of Back to the Future tonight. I wouldn't watch one of them.
But we're talking about trilogies. I know that's a great movie.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that I would watch the trilogy. But I would watch the Matrix trilogy before I watch the Back to the Future trilogy again. If you ask me the question straight up, trilogy, that's what I'm responding to. Trilogy for trilogy, I would pick the Matrix trilogy because I think there's more to go back to in those than there is in Back to the Future.
Yeah, it makes sense, but yeah, fucking...
Like, that's where I'm at with it. That's why I can't agree with it being a better trilogy, because I'm like, it's good, but it's just there, and I don't really care about it. Matrix, even the 2 movies that I don't think are good... I'd still watch them again after. If you just told me, gun to your head, you gotta watch one of them. I mean, yeah, fuck it, I'll watch the Matrix trilogy, and I'll be fine with it. And I'll watch 2 and 3, and maybe at the end I'll go, those are dumb, but I'm gonna see some cool scenes. I'm gonna have an okay time. Like,
yeah, there's good stuff at least in all of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of information and shit.
Something.
Yeah, a lot of information and shit, a lot of story stuff that you probably missed the first time that you're watching it again. You're like, oh, okay,
yeah,
shit, that's
just
cool.
Little things you can see, and like people say things like, oh, I don't even remember them saying that, or just, you know what I mean? Like, there's stuff that can be interesting. Whereas, like, Back to the Future, yeah, I get it. Like, there's no subtext to Back to the Future. Nothing is hidden from you in Back to the Future. It's just a little storybook that plays out in front of you.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's just a romp.
It's fine. But yeah, no. If you're talking to me, trilogy for trilogy, I'm going Matrix all day. I'd rather watch the Matrix trilogy.
Yeah, I feel like after we finished the trilogies, I feel like I felt better about the movies. I felt better watching the Back to the Future movies. Like, oh man, like that. I
understand that because there's no fall off.
Right? Yeah, I liked all the movies, a good story. Like, I'm like, oh man, that was cool. It was fun. Like, the third one was whatever. I don't really give a fuck. But yeah, I don't know. The Matrix trilogy. I'm like, man, it's because I don't know. I haven't seen them in forever either. But I'm just like, man, those were long. I don't know. A lot of stuff remind me of, but I just felt like watching Back to the Future. It made me feel better. I was in a better mood after I finished that trilogy than the Matrix trilogy.
That makes sense.
I feel like just watching like the Matrix all the way through is like the experience is like you watch the Matrix and you're like way up here, and then you hit the second movie and you're like you have the expectation of the first one. Right. And you know what it can do. And there's bits in the second one where it's like, oh shit. And it's like, no. And it goes like down here. But the first one holds you through thinking that it's going to hit that point again sometime within those. It never does.
I feel like if I watched Matrix 1 again tonight, I'd be like, damn, I want to watch Matrix 2. Like, even though I know. Like, I feel like if I got to the end, I'd be like, fuck, give me some more.
Right.
What y'all need to do, because you watched Matrix 1, and then 1 week you watched Matrix 1, the next week you watch Matrix 2, the next week you watch Matrix 3. You need to watch all three. You need to watch all 3 Matrix movies in one sitting.
No, we don't.
No, I don't.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Yeah, that's too much.
I think you do.
Nope, I can't view anything for that long.
Yeah, we watched it already. You could.
Yeah, no, I'll watch maybe 2 of them in one sitting, and that'd be if I was like, fuck it.
2 and 3.
Yeah, well, I watched the first one, then we start the second one up, and I'd fall asleep like an hour into it, and I wake up, and I'm like, that's fine.
About both of them.
Yeah, no, I don't like to watch anything back to back. I was surprised we did it with Back to the Future, but I don't think we did it like back to back to back. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
yeah, we did the first 2 back.
Well,
to
yeah,
back.
no, but I mean, like, I don't think like it was immediately. Like, I think we watched it and then we started doing something else for a minute, and then we were like, "Fuck it, let's watch Back to the Future 2."
Oh yeah, it wasn't right away.
Yeah, I don't think it was right away. I think it was like a little while later.
Like,
fuck it, let's watch Back to the Future 2.
Yeah, it was like half an hour, so it wasn't like crazy long. Like we're still in the living room just hanging out.
Back to the Future is a children's movie, so it feels really fast.
Matrix is boring and dumb, and
you would never say that to the first one's face. You would never say that.
The third movie is just a disappointment. The third movie is just like, man, the third movie is such a disappointment. Like, I don't even want to watch the third movie ever again.
You just think of the first one.
I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna watch the trilogy backwards.
You're gonna watch the third movie?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch Matrix 3 first.
Oh my god!
Then watch 2, then watch 1. I unlocked it. Best trilogy.
We should have done it that way. Maybe I would have felt better about this.
Yeah. I bet if you watch Matrix backwards, you'll feel different.
Oh my god!
You watch Matrix 3 backwards.
Try watching it the other way around.
Oh my god!
Could be lit.
You don't think the last movie's good then?
You'll go out of it happy. See, you're being tainted by how dumb the last movie ends. But
no, the last movie in Back to the Future ends dumb. Well, no, it ended cool, but it was dumb.
But way worse. Like Matrix is way worse.
Yeah.
Matrix 3. But also because Back to the Future also didn't have like stakes in a way. Like, how bad could it really end? Sure. I don't give a fuck.
They could die in the past. Everything could be ruined.
I mean, whatever. I get like it's
what stakes they have? Yeah, they're in the future. They're traveling through time. What do you mean? What stakes they have?
Well, not like in the sense that like Matrix is like a big thing where humanity's at stake.
Well, yeah,
and Marty McFly's adventure is just like, don't fuck your mom, Marty. Like it's just like a fun time romp where like Matrix is like, what is reality? You know what I mean? Like there's a lot more stuff to chew on in Matrix. Marty McFly is like, watch him ride a skateboard.
So just because Matrix, we're not gonna find a movie more complicated than Matrix. So this is the best trilogy ever then?
No, I'm just like. that's how I just look. I'm like, it's more interesting to go back to than Back to the Future, because Back to the Future has like nothing cool like to go back to me. Like,
I understand what you're saying.
I looked at it and it happened, and that's fine. Like, I'm just saying, like, it is complicated, so there's more to look at. There's more to do. Like, yeah, I'm just justifying why I think it's better.
Yeah.
And it might be the best trilogy ever. I don't know. We already have found out I'm a huge Matrix fan now. I have said many times now, Matrix 1 is the greatest movie I've ever seen. I'm going to ride pretty hard for the Matrix trilogy. You're going to have to try pretty hard to get me to drop the Matrix trilogy from number 1. It's going to take it's going to take a bigger fight than Back to the fucking Future. That's where
I just was
That's why you need to watch Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
it's not going to beat it.
No.
Yeah, probably not. I don't know.
Yeah, no, the first Jurassic Park's good. But...
I don't even think you can really compare them. I mean, in the sense it's like it's like way different.
I watched the Jurassic Park trilogy in high school against my will, and 2 and 3 aren't very good. I don't even think 1 holds up very well.
I would say I haven't seen 1 in like 20 years, and I can't remember. I don't even know if I've seen 2 or 3. I feel like I did, but I don't even remember at all.
What about Sonic the Hedgehog versus the Matrix?
What about it?
Which one's better?
This is the question.